I started watching the Chosen Ones on YouTube. There's several. Um, so anyway, I possibly watched 12. Um, and I begged 7. I begged 7 to pay for my rent where I was at. It's like I do not lie. I don't understand what a person doesn't understand about, if you need rent money. Like, I never ever had a place. And I have to leave tomorrow unless I pay for another whole week. That's pretty expensive. And a lot of my money went on the wayside because it was stolen, but that wasn't my fault. That it's not. When you don't have this world is hell. Okay, what was my main fucking point for my mind is always on overload of I asked like all the chosen ones, do you live on Satan Dam's two house and cursed earth? That was like when I just bam, 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 bam. And two of them are, the one doesn't call himself a chosen one. Okay. The one lives in Jamaica, and two of them like just said, "Yeah, I hope things go well for you." They actually Instagrammed me back. um, wow, you did good artwork. Like, wow, I got like 3 from the one from Jamaica, and then just one. He just said, "Laugh out loud." Like, what? I hope everything's all right. like, what I wrote is out of a desperate cry. Okay. The world is so messed up, and I am determined. My mind is on overload, 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 overload of there is no hell. How can there be a hell? My late Susan Chappelle did not go to hell when she died in 2012. Maybe that's when I stopped seeing her, and her sister put her in an old folks home, and she probably died like late Theodore Carl Samuelin in 2015. Thanksgiving. He stabbed me. He had a little kid over there, and he called him his son, and then he wanted the little kid to go out and buy some pot, but no, the little kid bought crack, and then did something really bad. Brought crack people in late Theodore Carl Samuelin's house, and that's what killed late Theodore Carl Samuelin. Although, yeah, sometimes he was a real asshole to me. Um, I have to say, I guess he's family. He was family because I don't know what to call him. I did go out with him for like 2 years, and then oh my god, he certainly wasn't a real Jesus person, and he was a narcissist, but like a light narcissist, like not yeah. But he was a narcissist, me a definite narcissist. Me, myself, and I always, oh my god. I will say this. Me and Kathy went over and to, I was at Kathy's, and Kathy wanted to go over to late theater called Saturdays. So she called him up. Hey, I'm coming over. I'm bringing over a case of beer, and I'll bring over. And she bought lager, and she did not remember the beer. She bought Wow. One time she got dark lager beer. She had no idea. She just bought what Ted told her to buy, and then she didn't even remember when I asked her recently. She's like, "Nah, I don't drink lager. I never drink." Like, yeah, you did. Why did you do that? So she brings over like a case of lager or and pizza. I brought over pizza for me and the boys. Oh my God. At the Blue Star, and he already had food. And she's like, I'm going to bring over some more food. And he was like, no, don't come over. Because he's a control freak. Me, I was like, and then so she comes over, and he has us both kicked out because we were talking to each other, and he wants all the attention, and he didn't get any attention, but he didn't tell us he was going to call the cops. So the knocks at the door, he answers it, and it's just like, what? Okay, we got a call, and you're disturbing, so you have to leave. So I had to pick up my stuff and leave, and so Kathy couldn't drive home, and I paid with what she gave me to pay for my paintings, and she doesn't remember that. So I paid her to go home, $20, and taxi cab ride to her place. And the cop had to wait for, the cop couldn't go. He had to wait until the taxi got there and saw us go in the taxi. That's his orders. And he was outside. He's like, man, when I get off work, he's like, man, wow, you ladies are so nice, lager, beer, pizza, subs, chicken wings, like, wow. When I get off work, like, can I give you ladies a call? That was great. You can say people can be an asshole at times, but most people are assholes half the time or more. And insane abusers, they pick their victims. I was a victim to so many people. Over 10. Like personal. Like I had my death boyfriends, and I consider like some of them, like the guy that skydived, and I'm staying at across the street's Friendlies. And I babysat Christopher when he was 5. And when he's 7, his dad had him where I'm at. And he called me. He's like, come on out. I'm like, what? What? I'm in a hotel. Come out. I'm like, I can't. Where are you at? A hotel? No. With your son, Christopher. Oh my God. So I begged him to go home to his mom because his mom was nice. I said, go home. I don't care. You're not drunk. He called me in the morning. I'm like, you are not. Please go home to your mom. Just take a taxi to your mom's house with your son. Just go to your mom's. That night, when it was black, before it got black, he went to Friendly's. And when he crossed the street to come back from Friendly's, it was black outside. And he ran across the highway with his son in his arms. That's what he said. So a black car driving like 60 miles an hour, which is normal on the highway, or whatever it was driving, it was a black car. Hey, Christopher hit him, bashed his leg in, but Christopher went flying, and he was I just overheard he was a puddle. He was bloody everywhere. Blood was everywhere, and he went into a Turkey Hill. Because I don't know what was the convenience store that was there. This was a long time ago. This was about 30 years ago. So, uh, yeah, I'm not sure how long ago it was, but I love that little boy, and I babysat him like he was my own. For a summer, I was able to babysit at his dad's house on Manor Street. He was a skydiver. And this other lady that skydived too, she, like me using her name, but she watched Christopher all the time too. Yeah, I usually don't cry. It's good to cry. Yeah, it's painful, even though it was so long ago. Every time you think of something, then it's like you are experiencing it all over again. Now, why some people have faulty memories is when you think of something over and over again, it's not. All my tragedies I remember, and I don't want to. This is what people think. They think if you say something over and over and over and over, you're not going to repeat the same thing. Guess what? All my stories are the same, and I have proof on this YouTube channel. Pretend I'm not narcissist. There's probably over 200 videos. I mean, I lived there for almost 2 years, so I started bitching, and I made all these videos of what really took place. I was like so devastated. It's like he took away everything that I mean, at least I thought he wouldn't be a monster to me, but he was worse than a monster. He treated me the worst 3 years and 6 months ago, and it was just totally awful. Yeah, he's talking on the phone. It's like the worst fucking time in my whole life. I'm like barely making it, laying on his rug on the floor, and he's talking on the phone saying, "Oh yeah, Walmart fired me, saying I was for being with kids, for touching kids. They fired me for it. Yeah, I've falsified for that. Oh yeah, and yeah, that purple alien god. Yeah, her kids said I did that too. Oh my god, I heard that on the phone, and he says I make that up. Oh, you're just delusional. You just making up your stories. Why would I say the same fucking thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? So I don't want to look at any of those fucking insane. I mean, they're insane because it's insane abuse that I'm repeating over and over and over again. But that's hell earth with all the narcissists. There's a hell lot more narcissists than there are good people, I'll tell you that. But there's good narcissists. I mean, there's a level of narcissists. I mean, there's a black guy on YouTube. I don't know his name. I saw a few of his videos, and he's excellent. He actually wants to work on himself and go to a counselor, and his wife stayed with him because he's not doing it for her. Like, he's doing it for himself. He's aware and observant of, what he does. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's working with a therapist. And I never ever thought I'd ever see a narcissist like actually work on themselves, actually listen to a counselor. What, really? Because pretend I'm not a narcissist and my late husband, they went to a counselor. Dude, they tell the counselor what the counselor wants to hear. They're not telling the counselor the truth. And I loved that. I don't even know what his name is, man. A black narcissist. If I take that on YouTube, black narcissist comes up. It's unbelievable that, you're like, what? there's a narcissist that actually listened to a counselor. I mean, whoa, like hit that ice water, like shock, shock to the system, shock, shock to the rights of mankind, and they won't even go blind when they can see what's going on. That song is by Yes. I do not like half of Yes's songs. I mean, albums, whole albums. But I do love half of their albums. There's a good group. Rush is an excellent group, and there are so many excellent groups. And yeah, okay, shit. 15 minutes already. 16. Shit. Now let's see if the whole 16 minutes goes up. I don't know. Let's see if it works this time.